What's up, everybody? Today we're playing some Snkrx, or Snake Redux, or as I like to call it, Snkrx.
Snkrx.
Yeah. So this is a game that a lot of people have been talking about recently, and I've been playing a lot recently on stream. It's basically a roguelike game of Snake that has like auto chess elements and stuff, and it sounds really weird, but it's a lot of fun. I've played a lot of it. I've beaten it to its highest difficulty. I've killed the last boss within 11 frames. I've beaten the boss without even touching the keyboard at all. But James hasn't played it at all.
Nah, because it looks silly.
So
I mean, I like silly, but it looks, I don't know.
But we're putting James at the helm. I set all of the stuff down to basic levels.
Okay.
And we're gonna start. If you want to know what's going on, hit the guide there. So
Okay.
welcome to Snkrx. You control a snake of multiple heroes that auto attack nearby enemies. You can steer the snake left or right by pressing A and D or left or right arrows, whatever you prefer. Combine the same heroes to level them up. 3 level 1s make a level 2. 3 level 2s make a level 3. At level 3, heroes unlock special effects. You'll be able to see them as you mouse over the heroes.
Sure.
Higher heroes of the same class to unlock class passives. Each hero can have between 1 and 3 classes. So there are some multi-class heroes. It's both like a warrior and a mage, for example. Exactly. There's no warrior mages, but
What?
the first 2.
How are there no like spell swords?
Not yet. But this game gets updated actually with regular frequency.
Sure.
And then you gain, you get money every turn, and you gain 1 interest per 5 gold, very much like an auto chess game, up to a maximum of 5. That means saving above 25 gold doesn't yield more interest unless you have a specific character called a merchant, which allows you to gain interest up to 100 gold.
Sure.
So you got 3 classes right here to start off with. You mouse over them, and you can see, if you mouse over the name, you'll see what they do. And if you mouse over down there, you can see what the set bonuses do.
Okay.
And what sets they are. So there's a healer. Creates 1 healing orb every 8 seconds.
And if I can get them all the way up to a level 3, it would just make 4 healing orbs every 8 seconds.
Correct.
Okay, and then if I hold multiple healers, 2 healers will give me 15% chance to create plus 1 healing orb, and 4 would give me a 30% chance.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Arcanist is a sorcerer class. Launches a slow-moving orb that launches projectiles, each dealing 13 damage. If you get him to level 3, plus 50% attack speed for the orb, and 2 projectiles are released per cast.
Okay.
Sorcerers have a breakdown of 2, 4, 6, which I believe they're the only class to break down like this, where they have 3 levels. And sorcerers repeat their attacks once every 4, 3, or 2 attacks, depending on the amount of sorcerers you have.
Sure.
And Archer is a ranger. Shoot an arrow that deals 12 damage and pierces. And at level 3, it'll bounce off walls. And the Rangers have a 8 or 16% chance to release a barrage on attack to allied Rangers.
Okay.
So now you start with 3 gold. Early game, I would just suggest just buy it all. It's gonna be a hot minute before you're gonna be able to really start saving your money.
Yeah.
And this gives you a base to work on. So there you go. You got your left or your right.
Oops, crash right into stuff.
Yep, just. I mean, it's real hard to lose the first round. I'll say that. Also, the music in this game is real good. So
I got 3
feel
gold.
free to rock out. So getting a second cleric won't do you anything right now because you could only have active 1 of any class. So buying more just works towards leveling it up.
Yeah.
So if you buy another cleric, nothing will happen until you buy a 3rd cleric, and then your cleric will just level up to level 2.
Sure.
So if you want to rock clerics, you can grab that. You can try Scout, which is a rogue class who throws a knife that deals 13 damage and chains 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And the rogue set bonus is 15 to 30% chance to crit to allied rogues, dealing 4 times damage.
Okay. Your party can be up to 7. I
Yes,
feel like
currently
honestly,
your party can be up to 7.
Honestly, for this early, I think I'm just gonna
Just
do
keep
that
keep it rocking.
see where I end up.
Okay, I can dig it.
That way, when I can basically see how these feel.
Yeah, it's all about learning.
And then I'm open enough that I can chain into
Yeah.
couple different ways.
Yep. So these first couple of rounds are just going to give you these red enemies. Oh, so now there's a white enemy. The white enemies are tricky because they'll stop. Now they're just going to try to shoot at you if they live long enough. So you want to kill the white enemies as quickly as you can.
Sure.
Okay, so if you buy that scout, you will level up your scout to level 2. Because it'll be your third level 1. So now if you mouse over him, he does essentially double damage. He did 13 before, now he does 26.
Okay.
So then you got your witch here, who is both a sorcerer and a voider. It creates an area that ricochets and deals 16.9 damage per second. So it just makes AoE damage things that kind of ping pong around the level.
Okay.
And it is a sorcerer, so you get a sorcerer set bonus of 2, which means every 4th attack they'll repeat their attack.
Okay. And then Voider just adds more damage to Voiders.
Yes.
And you also got the Merchant.
And the Merchant is the one I was talking about, where if you're going hard for saving money, he gives +1 interest for every 10 gold up to a maximum of +10 from the Merchant, which is 100 gold. But as a unit, like in the fight, he does nothing.
Do anything.
Other than provide part of a mercenary bonus.
Which is chance riders drop gold on death.
Correct.
I don't think I like that too much.
Alright, so you don't want to go the economy route, but...
I think a witch might not be a terrible idea.
Okay.
This has got like shortcut stuff here.
So now you have a sorcerer bonus. So every 4th attack from the sorcerers will double.
Okay.
So
can I move these around?
Yes,
these around?
you can order them however you like.
I have no idea how that really works.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of let you experience it for yourself for the first time here. The green guys, you'll notice right there, when the green guys die, they give a speed boost to any other guys that are near them when they die. See, but yeah, now you're kind of shooting AoE stuff everywhere.
Yep.
Kind of got stuff going on. You got little healing orbs for when things get a little sketchy. Yep. So when it comes to big groups like that, I know a lot of times you don't have too much say in it, but if you can position to try to get the green guys to die last. Alright, so now there's items. And you get to choose items that you think will help you out.
Okay.
So that's Explosive Arrow, which Ranger Arrows have a 10, 20, or 30% chance to deal 10, 20, or 30% extra AoE damage.
Okay.
Hex Touch, enemies take 10, 15, or 20 damage per second for 3 seconds when cursed.
Okay.
You currently don't have any cursors. Psyker Orbs deal extra damage. You don't currently have any Psychers. Or Ouroboros Technique Right, which is rotating around yourself to the right, releases 2, 3, or 4 projectiles per second.
Weird.
And for the first time around, you can re-roll these, and for the first time you find these, you've got a re-roll of 0.
A free re-roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think I'll re-roll those.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's much more expensive for the next one though.
Yes. So that's another curse one, where it just gives you more curse targets for cursors. Flying Daggers, all projectiles thrown by rogues chain +2, 3, or 4 times.
Considering I do have a level 2 rogue.
Yeah. You could go a rogue route and just go daggers for days.
Yeah.
Ranger Arrows have a 10, 20, 30% chance to knock back. Or Reinforce, which is very strong if you get an enchanter, which is 10, 20, or 30% global damage, defense, and attack speed. ASPD stands for attack speed.
Okay.
If you have 1 or more enchanters, which you currently have none. So Reinforce is very strong if you can get an enchanter. Flying Daggers is really strong if you just want to go rogue shenanigans.
I think I'll go for the Flying Daggers, since that is the only thing that I have at the moment is the scout.
I think the Flying Daggers will help you out now. The Reinforce will help you out later.
Probably.
Okay, so the Psychic is another sorcerer and a Psyker. So he will create a small area that deals 13 AoE damage.
Yeah.
And since he's a sorcerer, right now, with the amount of sorcerers you have, every 4th one would be doubled.
Yeah.
And then the Psychers, total Psyker orbs and +1 orb for each Psyker.
Okay, on 2 and 4.
Yeah, and Psychers, it doesn't say this innately because this is sort of a recent change, but Psychers innately, any Psyker, has an orb that rotates around them and does damage.
Gotcha.
So he has an orb by himself.
Gotcha.
But then if you get another Psyker, they'll each get 2 orbs.
Sure, sure.
Etc., etc. Ursa is pretty neat. He's a Cursor Mercenary Voider.
Dang.
And he curses 3 enemies indefinitely with debt, dealing 13 damage per second.
Oh, okay.
Most curses last between 6 and 8 seconds. This curses until that thing dies.
That's pretty good.
So, it's not bad.
At level 3, if the same enemy's cursed 3 times, it takes a butt ton of damage.
Yes, it becomes bankrupt.
Okay, then we got...
You would get a Voider bonus with him. So then your Voider damage would be increased by 20%, which would be him and the Witch.
Yes.
And then he would also be a Cursor and a Mercenary.
Yeah, I like both of these. I mean, I guess I could
you can get them both.
But
that would fill out your party, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because if you find somebody else that you like more than somebody that's already on your party, you can sell current party members to make room.
Yeah. Oh, what are you?
It shows you the breakdown of what's going to show up in the shop, and you can spend money to accelerate that, but I don't recommend it.
Okay.
But at your current shop level, you're likely to find more lower level stuff because it's early in the game.
Okay. So I filled out my party.
Okay.
The thing that I have here is for rogues, and I have a rogue.
Yeah. And now this starts at the lowest level, the item, and you have to spend money to upgrade it.
Okay.
So it would cost 10 gold to upgrade it to the next level, and then 15 gold past that to upgrade it to the final level.
10, 15? It says
Yes,
cost 5.
Yes, but for 1 XP costs 5, and it requires 2 XP to level.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or I could
and then
sell
you
it for
could
10.
you could just sell it, but I don't recommend selling it.
Yeah, because it's just good stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I decide I'm not going rogues.
Yeah, you could pivot.
Oof, there's a lightning burst of some sort.
Yeah, that lightning-y stuff is the curse going off.
Gotcha. Oops.
Just like that. Look at you. You're a professional.
Just like that. 2 magicians and an arcanist.
Yeah. I'd say you're not really going magician right now, but you can level up the arcanist if you want to keep going with the sorcerer stuff.
Yeah, that's only going to cost me 1 coin, and then I can start saving up.
Yeah. Because you are going to start wanting to save up soon.
Absolutely.
It's like, I like loading up early, particularly because there's going to be your first boss fight coming up, and it's actually one of the harder boss fights. So you want to be prepared. So far so good. I'm gonna say just keep your distance, let your guys do the work. All right, so they just introduced blue guys, and I don't know if you noticed it, but when that blue guy died, he made like a little mine that went off and shot blue shots in every direction, and they can hurt. So just be careful of those.
Sure. Oh,
so you
that
can
be a level 2 arcanist.
Yeah, you can level up your 2 arcanist.
You have another archer, which
which you're not really doing anything
we
with.
also have an assassin, which is both a rogue and a voider.
Which is kind of 2 things that you are doing.
Yeah.
So I would suggest probably get rid of the ranger, the
That's
archer.
exactly what I was just thinking.
So you right click to sell.
Right click to sell.
And then you pick up the assassin, and then pick up the arcanist to level him up.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'll put the rogue in the back, I guess.
In my opinion, the back is the most vulnerable position, just because you flip your tail to run away, and it tends to be what ends up being closest to the enemy.
That's true.
So I'd put something you care less about in the back, like maybe actually the healer, because the cleric, despite being, it heals, it's probably the least important unit you have.
That's true.
In my opinion. And now you're at a 5 gold, which is a good break point because you'll start getting interest.
That's true.
And you're fighting an elite, so be careful with this guy. Do not run headlong into him because he'll do a ton of damage. And this is the green elite, so much like the green enemies, he's going to occasionally make his friends faster to chase you down. Ooh, you are being a brave boy. You're just running headlong into him. You're gonna wanna give him a little bit more of a wide berth.
I got him.
You did. But going forward, once the difficulty gets more difficult, you're gonna want to be more careful.
Nah, I'm fine.
Sacrificial or Ceremonial Dagger is really good for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because killing an enemy fires a homing dagger, and all of your projectiles thrown by rogues.
Thrown by rogues. I don't know if that counts.
I'm not sure if it counts, but there'll be other synergies later, and it's an item that you don't have to level up.
That's true.
That item is just, this is what it does.
That's true.
Vulnerability is also good, but for what you're doing, I like Ceremonial Dagger, but I think either of them would have been good. Okay.
Oh, we got new stuff.
So now that's an enchanter, and
so we're up to level 2 shop now. Okay.
Yeah. So now, I think if you have space for a Chronomancer, getting a Chronomancer is quite good. The mage part is irrelevant, but he's an enchanter that just innately just gives 20% attack speed to all your allies.
Okay. Well, the mage gives minus enemy defense at groups, and enchanter gives extra damage to all allies.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, Sage is a nuker and a forcer, and that just shoots a slow projectile that draws enemies in, just to kind of keep them in one place. The nuker increases its area damage and size to allied nukers, and the forcer increases knockback force to all allies.
Okay.
And the wizard is a mage nuker, and it just shoots AoE damage.
Okay.
And yeah, we've already seen what mages and nukers do. So, I like the Chronomancer.
More attack speed is probably good for them, but that would imply throwing something away.
Honestly, I would get rid of the cleric.
You think so?
I think so. I think as long as you don't run headlong into things, the cleric doesn't do as much. In my opinion.
And I can do exactly that and have exactly 15 left over.
Yes.
Which is kind of nice. Okay.
So, I think there's gonna come a point where you're gonna have to make a decision in the future whether you want to go rogue void or rogue sorcerer. You might have to start giving up the sorcerers to go harder into rogue.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the direction you should go. But like I said, I'm not your dad. Yep. So, like I said, with those daggers, like you're taking them out very quickly. And then once you get a rogue set bonus, then you'll have a chance to crit, and then things will just start dying easy peasy. And in fact, since you're going daggers, there was the blue mine thing there, if you saw it.
Yeah.
Well,
wow, do I want a Vagrant?
If you just want a level 2 Vagrant, Vagrants currently are the Vagrant is the only thing that can have Explorer. And it's just plus 15% attack speed and damage per active set to allied explorers, which is just him.
Okay.
And then he's another Psyker.
Interesting.
So Vagrants typically aren't bad, but they're not good either.
Yeah.
So I would say you have 27. I would say hit one reroll, because that will put you at 25. And if you see anything you like, you can lock it in. Like I would say there's a chance you might not be going into Arcanists or into Sorcerers. You might devest into Sorcerers. So I would say just hold there, because 25 gold is max interest.
Yeah. I can deal with what I've got.
Yeah. And like I said, you have not been struggling with your current output. I do think there's definitely going to be a point where you pivot harder into Rogue, but at the current point you're in right now,
Orange.
Nothing is giving you a challenge.
Orange is new.
Now, the orange guys. Oh, there's the blue thing. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, you be careful of those blue boys when they drop.
That's the one reason that I haven't really picked this up yet, is that I just kind of look at this going, there's a whole lot of things happening, and I don't...
Well, it becomes familiar over time.
Yeah.
Now, with your extra money, instead of rolling stuff, you can upgrade that.
The daggers.
Yeah.
I think at least...
Yeah,
there.
do that, and then reroll from there to try to get better stuff.
Let's see what we're looking at.
I'd say keep rerolling. I think you want to find some roguey stuff.
Ooh, a Spellblade.
A Spellblade is a mage rogue.
Mage rogue.
So there you go.
Okay. So,
and then
I currently only have the one mage. That's the Chronomancer.
Yeah, but the Chronomancer, you don't have him because he's a mage.
Right.
But you want the Spellblade because he's a rogue.
That said, there's also a Cryomancer.
The Cryomancer would give you a full
Voider.
But the Cryomancer unit is bad. The nearby enemies take 18.2 damage per second. It creates a small circle just around that unit, and it's so small as to be not very useful.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's the worst unit in the game.
Okay.
But the Spellblade
is a rogue that throws knives, which fits what I'm doing.
Yes.
I think
I would get rid of your Psyker personally. I think he's either that or the Arcanist, but the Arcanist you already have at level 2.
Yeah, so I think that's the least helpful.
Because this will give you your Rogue bonus.
Yeah, it gives me the Rogue bonus.
So your Rogues have a 15% chance to crit. And like I said, we can even you can buy another Scout. Yeah, start working on getting him towards level 3. And then if you reroll again, you're gonna shoot below 25.
Under 25, so I don't want that.
Yeah, so
okay.
Here you go.
Level 9 hard.
Yeah, so this will be a slightly harder wave, but at the end of it, you should get another item.
Who do I want in the back? Put the Witch in the back? To protect the Spellblade a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So the Spellblade is just going to keep shooting those spiral orbs, or the spiral daggers.
Sporbs?
The spaggers.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. And Mick Spagger. Mayor Mike Spagger.
I got the moves like Spagger?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
I don't have a cleric anymore. I'm going to be a little safer.
Yep. But as long as you're not going headlong into danger, you're alright. But a lot of your daggery stuff has various homing chaining abilities, so the daggers hit and then they keep hitting and then they keep hitting.
Okay.
So here's something interesting. You can get critical strike.
I gotta go one by one. Don't you just jump right over.
All right. So Whispers of Doom. Curses Apply Doom, which deal 100, 150, or 200 damage every 4, 3, or 2 Doom instances.
Okay.
So if you're going for a curse build, very strong.
True. I do have the Assur, but the only one.
Yeah, just the one. Porcupine technique. When an ally dies, it explodes, releasing piercing and ricocheting projectiles.
That's not terrible, I suppose, but I'd rather than not die.
Exactly. Plus 50% movement speed that decays over 4 seconds on healing orb pickup.
Well, I sold my cleric, so...
Correct. And critical strike. 5, 10, or 15% chance for attacks to critically strike, dealing 2 times damage, which is in addition to your rogue crit. And that would also mean that your non-rogues can also crit.
Yeah, I kind of like that, honestly.
And then, if you really wanted to, you could immediately put it to level 2, because it costs 10. You got 45.
Yeah.
That's typically what I like doing. I like putting things at level 2 until like I'm really rolling in it, and then rolling for stuff.
Another scout.
Another scout. Go for it, and keep rolling it down.
Dual gunner.
Now, dual gunner is a ranger rogue. It shoots 2 parallel projectiles, each dealing 15.6 damage.
And then I am going to need 3 different rangers here, or rogues here that I don't have.
Yeah, if you want to go for the full 6, yes.
But if I'm going for the full 6, that would require 6 of the 7 being different rogues, right?
Yes.
So that would be a hard sell, because I'd have to lose.
You would have to lose some other things, but A, you don't have to go 6 rogues.
No.
And B, you still have some stuff that you can comfortably devest in.
Yeah.
Like, I would say your Cursor guy and your Arcanist, despite the Arcanist being level 2, I think he's not doing much for your build.
That's true. And I can safely get rid of a Voider right now.
Yes. And I think the Witch is the best Voider you have. And then you have a Rogue Voider, which is
He's
easy.
a rogue. Yeah,
so
keep him. So, yeah, I guess I could get rid of the Ursur.
I think you can get rid of both the Ursur and the Arcanist. I think those are your 2 most...
Yeah.
Your 2 most replaceable units, I'll say.
Is he already level 2? Is that what this is here?
No, he costs 2 because there are... He's not... They're when you buy them, they're level 1, but they're store level 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's look. So they just shoot two projectiles.
Yes.
This
but
is projectiles thrown by rogues.
And he's a rogue.
Well, he shoots, but not throws. Does that matter?
They're projectiles from him. That's fine.
Okay, just because I did notice that says projectiles thrown by rogues. These rogues throw a piercing knife and throw a knife, and throws knives.
That
fine. One says shoots projectiles.
But it's fine. It's from a rogue. It's a projectile. You're fine.
I think I'm gonna get rid of the Usurper first.
I think I agree with that because you're killing things so quickly.
He's level 2.
Yeah. I'm more on the camp of you're killing things so quickly that curse wasn't doing much anyway.
We didn't even really look at these. We got the bomber.
Yeah. So he plants a bomb.
Yeah, Nuker and Builder are both 2 more classes that we haven't.
Well, we've seen Nuker, but we haven't seen Bomber or Builder.
Plants a bomb. Yeah. When it explodes, it deals 20 AoE damage.
Yep. And the Builder's just plus 25 or 50% construct damage and duration.
Okay.
And then Host is Swarmer. Periodically spawns 1 small critter. And they just kind of go, snake around and bite people, and then they explode.
Okay. There's another scout and another spellblade.
I think you get both of those and call it a day.
Which will put me at exactly 25.
It will. And then for the record, the Volcanist, a very good unit, just not for what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can create a volcano that explodes in the nearby area 4 times, dealing 13 AoE damage.
Which will be another sorcerer, and then another nuker.
Yeah. So Volcanist, very good unit, just not for what you're doing right now. So we're going for rogue blasting.
Yeah, why not?
Which is honestly a real good place to start because rogues are strong. Oh, there's that blue thing. You made it away. Plenty of time to dodge it. There's another one. But you only got hit by one of it. The real bad thing is when you don't notice it and you're right on top of it, and then you get like center blasted by all the projectiles at once. That's when you have a bad day.
Okay, hitting the walls looks like that doesn't actually hurt me in any way.
Hitting the walls does not deter you in any way, and in fact, there are several items that you can get that specifically want you to hit the walls for various effects, either speed gains or shooting little projectiles or etc. etc.
Okay, alright, we got a barrager.
He shoots barrage 3 arrows because he's a ranger forcer.
Okay, we got the magician again.
We've seen that one before.
Beekeeper.
A Psykeeper is another Psyker, but this is a healer Psyker. He creates 3 healing orbs every time he takes 25% of his max HP and damage. So if you're going that build, I usually put him either at the front or the back of the snake. Just slam into stuff.
Okay, I don't think I... Is it worth putting one of these up to level 3 yet, or is it better to keep looking for stuff first?
Right now, for you, I think I would reroll because you're still kind of building your team.
Miner is new.
Yeah, it's a new mercenary. Picking up gold releases 4 homing projectiles that deals 10% deals 10 damage.
There's gold to pick up?
Only if you have the 2-piece mercenary bonus.
Oh, right.
So if you have just him and nothing else, then no, he does nothing.
And there's a merchant and a miner.
Yeah, but it's not worth it.
There's another scout.
You're very close to getting that scout to level 3.
2 more scouts and I'll have level 3 scout.
Yep.
That'll be nice. What's level 3 again there?
Plus 25% damage per chain and plus 3 chains.
That's pretty good. Oh, Sentry is new.
Yep. That's a ranger builder. Spawns a rotating turret that shoots 4 projectiles, each dealing 12 damage.
Okay.
But it shoots them in every direction and it doesn't really aim.
There is another
scout
and an outlaw, which will be a fifth ranger or 5th rogue.
Yep.
What's he do?
He throws a fan of 5 knives, each dealing 14.3 damage.
Okay.
And like I said, you still have that Arcanist that you don't need. He's the most expendable.
Yeah. Now, the only downside with the Arcanist is
you'll lose the sorcerer.
Sorcerer bonus.
But I don't think the sorcerer bonus is that good for you.
Because really it's the sorcerer and the witch.
Yeah.
Or the Arcanist and the witch.
Yeah. And honestly, the witch isn't doing too much for you either, other than giving you that voider bonus.
The voider bonus.
Like, it's not bad, but the Arcanist is much more expendable, in my opinion.
I think you're right.
And then, honestly, if you find a good 6th rogue, I would probably drop the witch too, and just go 6 rogue.
Because it's either that or the Cryomancer, or the Chronomancer. And the Chronomancer is helping the rogues. Even though he's not giving me a set bonus of anything. Hey, look. A Beastmaster. So there's a knife.
Yeah, that deals 13 damage and spawns 2 critters if it crits.
And considering the 6 rogue bonus is extra crit chance to rogues, and I've got the extra crit chance in general, that's going to actually go off fairly often.
Yeah, and then you just have a bunch of swarmer buddies.
So I think it's time, Witch.
I think I agree. So now you're full rogue in it.
I got full rogue.
And you still got a little more room to roll around, see what you can find.
I can really get that extra scout, that would be real nice, I think. All right, I'm still gonna look at things because I'm still barbarian is still new.
Yeah, that's a cursor warrior. Deals 11 AoE damage and stuns enemies hit for 4 seconds.
That seems real good.
It's not bad. If you're going warriors, it's not bad.
Cursor warrior, sage.
And the sage, yes, that's the one that shoots things and draws it in.
That Vulcanist again.
Yeah, we've seen all 3 of these. And we've seen all 3 of these.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I say we just keep rolling.
All right, is there an order that we want anything different? Who is...
Like I said, the first and the last units are typically the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I think the order that you have here, most of your stuff is level 1, and you have an almost level 3, but I think the order...
it's true. 1 with a little extra, and a hair away from level 3.
Yeah, so I think this order is fine for now. As long as you continue to play somewhat carefully, your rogues will kill things very quickly.
There was an orange in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did. Oh,
no, those are your swarmers.
Those
all right,
swarmers.
Watch out for all of those exploding boomies. Yeah, good job. But yeah, you're just like daggers for eons now.
Full Vaxel Dan.
It's just people show up and then they die. Oh,
so, I ran into that thing at the end there.
Yeah, the match was already over, so I thought you were kind of doing it just for a haha. This is what it does.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, again, it's the one thing I don't really like about this is I don't really see what I'm doing.
Familiarity. This is your first time behind the wheel.
So,
it's
Barbarian
fine.
Merchant Sage.
Yep, we've seen them before.
Fairy is new.
Fairy is new. It's also an enchanter, so if you wanted to, you get an enchanter bonus. But in my opinion, this enchanter's okay. Like, I think he's okay.
Creates a healing orb and gives one unit 100% attack speed for 6 seconds.
Yes.
Compared, because at this point it would literally be in place of the Chronomancer.
Yes.
Which is just a flat 20% attack speed to everyone versus 100% attack speed to 1.
Yeah.
I think I like the 20%.
And I agree. Getting the 2-piece enchanter set is nice, but if you're going 6 rogues, there's no room for that in level 1.
I will say, since the Chronomancer is the only other one at the moment that looks like it could go, because I need all these others for rogues, I think the only way I'm getting rid of the Chronomancer is if I can either find something really good with a Swarmer, or he's already a mage and the enchanter. So it would have to be like another Voider, but even then I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I don't think it is going to be worth it to replace him at this point. If anything, I think there are better rogues that you can replace some of your lesser good rogues.
Well, I haven't seen him in Corruptor, I think is new.
Yeah, he shoots an arrow that deals 12 damage and then spawns 3 critters, specifically if it kills.
If it kills.
Well, there's another Beastmaster.
I'm okay with that. Ooh,
now,
Thief.
Thief is a rogue mercenary. Throws a knife that deals 26 damage and chains 5 times.
Dang. And at level 3,
at level 3, at level 3, if it crits, you win.
Jesus.
But yes, I think that Thief is worthy to get on here.
You've got the... So, of the other... I think we keep the rogue, the scout, because at this point he is almost full power.
I think your current weakest rogues are either the dual gunner or the outlaw, probably, in my opinion.
That's what I was thinking.
Or the assassin. The assassin's kind of meh. Just because things die so quickly.
That's true.
But his knife pierces, which is nice.
That's piercing. I like the Spellblade.
Yeah, the Spellblade's very good.
The dual gunner is firing 2 projectiles.
They're parallel projectiles, so it's kind of like a dual blast forward.
But otherwise it's just 2 daggers, basically. Yeah. 2 shots. Versus 5 shots.
Yeah. So I think the dual gunner.
I think the dual gunner can...
If only also because he's the only green pip, and look, you can kind of consolidate your colors a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Thief is very strong. Hey, look, another dual gunner. There's your last scout.
Boom. Now, there's no point in getting more beyond that, right?
Not only is there no point, you physically can't.
Oh, okay. The game will be like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, the game will just be like, nope, done. Yeah, this unit has already reached max level.
Cool.
Alright, so, alright. Here, if for any reason you wanted to replace that enchanter, this enchanter is the other amazing enchanter, the Squire.
Okay. Oh, the Squire.
Yes. He's a warrior enchanter. He does plus 20% damage and defense to all allies.
Ooh.
So, in my opinion, pairing up the Squire and the Chronomancer is like match made in heaven, but you wouldn't be able to have the 6 rogue bonus.
Yeah.
And I think for what you're doing, the 6 rogue bonus is more important.
Right. And then beyond that, I actually think attack speed is better than damage.
And I agree with you, specifically because you're going rogue crits.
Rogue crits, yeah. I want to be able to throwing out more attacks.
But in the future, I'm going to tell you, Squire is MVP unit. I just think for this specific case,
if you can get to a level 3, damage, attack speed, movement speed, and defense.
Plus 30, yeah.
Woo!
It's so good.
What does he do at level 3? Enemies take damage over time faster. Oh, that's nowhere near as good.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, good to know.
You'll be able to do more experimentation the further you go in this game, because the higher the difficulties, the more you can have in your party.
Sure.
So right now you can only have 7, but every increase in difficulty you get 1 more party member slot.
Yeah.
So you can get up to 12 at New Game Plus 5.
Yeah. Also, so I was actually debating if it was worth putting the Squire in the hopes of getting it to level 3, but I'm already up to level 12 here. I've still got so many other things that I need.
I think it's too much of a long shot.
Too much of a long shot.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a boss fight, so be careful. Keep your distance.
Where's he at?
He's going to spawn right in the middle, and then he's going to spawn some friends. Oh, yeah. Just try to and he's already dead.
Okay.
Because rogue crits are insane. Now, Reinforce now is insane.
So you have one or more enchanters. I have one.
You have 1 enchanter. So you can look at the rest of them.
Yeah.
But Reinforce is so good.
Yeah, damage, defense, and attack speed, which is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So Kinetic Bomb is just when an ally explodes, launching enemies away. Enemies taking dot damage, with damage over time, for those who don't know video game acronyms.
Reinforce
defense
all day.
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
And I would immediately at least put it up to like level 2. In fact, I would put that to level 3. You have the money.
Yeah, because it's also the extra attack speed.
It's defense, it's damage, it's attack speed, and that puts you at 25 gold. And you just go on with your life.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you are 30% better now.
I mean, I made next level also level up my other relics.
Yeah.
At this point, because like getting
well, you have stuff that you want to level up still. But,
I still have lots of units that I need leveling up.
But just look at the destruction.
Yeah.
Just the units show up and then they die. Yeah, so those green guys make things faster, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're faster if you're dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just full on.
Oh, my assassin took a lot of beating there.
Just full on dagger storm.
I just noticed the health bars in the bottom left there.
Yep. So yeah. So if you want to increase your crit, you can do it now.
An extra crit chance or
an extra chain. I think doing them both, you can do one and then do the other. Why not?
Do I have enough gold for both?
Not right now. Well, I mean, you could right now if you didn't want to gain interest.
Yeah.
But you can do one now and then one next round.
I think I like the crit chance better because I also have Beastmaster does a thing on.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yep.
Beastmaster does a thing on crit, and someone else had a thing on crit, didn't they? No.
Yeah. No. Not yet. But I mean, just crits do more damage.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. All right, and then
another outlaw.
So you could freeze them, or you could just buy them and then get 1 less coin of interest. I think that's fine because you're gonna have to reroll after you buy the outlaw anyway. So just buying them, and then heck, you can even do another reroll just to look.
That's true because I'm gonna get the less anyway.
And then and then just hit it go. All right. Hit him with all them daggers.
Dagger. Well, just all the daggers just hang out on the edge of the screen afterwards.
Yes. And then you got little critters running interference every once in a while.
Yeah. There does seem to be like a max range on my daggers. So if I'm too far away, they won't throw.
Yes.
Here, they won't throw, but...
There is an attack range on most attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just the one guy, thankfully. But yeah, you do a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, I'm a rogue master.
Well, there's a Squire Boy again, but...
Yeah, but I don't have...
Now, do you want to level up the daggers, or you want to reroll some more? That would put you at 25.
Yeah, let's just finish it off so I don't have to think about it
All
anymore.
Right. But now, I believe you're going to get an item after this run, so you're going to have to make more potential decisions afterwards.
That's fine. And then depending on what I get, I'll either level it up or... what was the white one again? I just saw
the white ones, if you leave them alone, they'll stand still and then they'll start shooting projectiles at you.
That's right.
If you're not prepared for them, they can be a real pain in the ass, but full-on rogue build, you're not bothered at all.
Whoops.
Yeah, you have to be careful about those spawns.
Ooh, that hurts a lot, actually. I lost the dude, and I've got a lot of wounded guys now.
Yep. Damage happens very quickly in this game. So, as long as you're spacing them out well, then you'll be fine. But if you take an unfortunate hit, the damage can come quick.
Alright, so we have Blunt Arrow again, which we don't have any rangers.
Yeah.
And Sorcerer Spell.
Yeah, which we're not doing.
Max
Curses,
Curse.
we're not really doing. Chance for attacks to poison, they're dying too quick anyway. I say reroll.
Ooh, 5 coin that time.
Instantly kill elites below a certain amount of XP. That's not
terrible. Ultimatum.
Projectiles that chain gain
Deal extra damage with each chain.
So,
ooh, this seems pretty good.
So that's the one you pick. 8% chance for attacks to cause enemies to drop gold on death,
Which is pretty cool. And Porcupine Technique. But ultimatum.
Yeah. Because you're all about chain and stuff.
I feel like that's immediately got to hit level 2, right?
And
wow!
You can just immediately get those guys to level 2 as well.
That's both of them too.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's boom, boom.
And then I'd say put that to level 2, and then give yourself a reroll to look.
To see another Beastmaster. What's it cost 2?
It's cheaper to buy them and then not lock it than it is to not buy it and lock it because
then I have to reroll anyway.
So
yeah.
And then just go.
Although at that point I can do a reroll, right? As long as I stay above 20.
Yeah, I mean you can.
Flagellant.
It's a Psyker Enchanter, which deals 20 damage to itself and grants +4 damage to all allies per cast.
Interesting.
Yes. Not what we need here, but...
And another outlaw. The outlaw is the one at level 2.
Yeah.
I know you think the outlaw is probably the weakest one that I have here, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go with my thing.
Sure. Alright. Spawning over there. Yes. And the dead.
Oh, get
spawning right there. So they spawn in 5 cardinal directions. There's one in each corner and then one in the center. So what I found is since the spawns can just happen all at once and be real crazy. Yeah, watch out for those shots.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, but since the spawns in this game can just come fast and furious, just trying to make sure that you're not in either any corner or in the center, but kind of snaking in between them.
Oops.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots fired there. There's gonna be another one coming right there.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're okay. On higher levels, you have to pay a bit more attention to that, but right now it's fine. Now remember to unlock because it defaults to just staying locked once you lock it.
Yeah.
You won't have enough to fully level that while staying above the interest threshold.
That's okay. I have a silencer.
Yeah, he curses 5 nearby enemies for 6 seconds, preventing them from using special attacks. Okay. So what he does is he will turn enemies gray. So, obviously for the red units it does nothing because they're basic.
Yeah.
But the white units, the orange units, the green units, the blue units just turns them into nothing.
Okay.
So you can take a blue unit, you silence them, then you kill them, they don't drop the bomb.
I will say, if any of you guys are colorblind out there, I apologize because this looks like it would be impossible to play.
It's very color focused.
Oh, an Infester.
That's a Cursor Swarmer, which curses things, and then if they die,
and they release critters. I think we saw that once. But
I think so.
The Sakino.
Sakino is one of the strongest units in the game, but not for what we're doing today.
What is up, guys? It's Sakino here.
That's a different person.
Oh.
But he pulls enemies together for 2 seconds, so he just makes a suction vortex.
Yeah.
So it's very good, but not necessarily for what we're doing.
Oh, another Beastmaster.
And another Chronomancer.
Oh, that's true.
Getting him to level 2 will be fine. Getting him to level 3, I don't think it's going to happen, but getting him to level 2 doesn't increase his attack speed for all allies, but does give him more hit points.
That's true.
Which just means that he will live longer.
Bane is new.
Yeah, it curses 6 nearby enemies for 6 seconds, and then they create small void rifts on death.
Yeah, okay.
Neat, but meh.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody living long enough.
That's true. I keep dropping down to the 20, by the way. You mentioned earlier that the spawns are the 4 corners in the center, but it looks like it's the 4 corners and the 4 sides.
Well, it's not the 4 sides; it's just the 2 sides. But the 2 sides are more rare. They're far rarer spawn locations, in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion, in my experience, I should say.
Back's in trouble. There's so many things happening too. I'm just
but your guys are taking care of them. Your rogues are on top of it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, good job. There's certain angles that you want to take to dodge them, and you kind of get used to it.
Well, that's a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. They spawned in and the area cleared as they were spawning in.
How does that work?
Because there's like a timer on area clear, and there's bonus spawns that happen if you take too long, and you cleared things out just before they spawned. So it said clear, but then they still spawned.
Gotcha.
Hey, another assassin. Jester's a cursor rogue, which curses 6 nearby enemies for 6 seconds, and if they die, they will explode with knives on death. Which I think is probably one of the weaker rogues.
Yeah, it's also they explode into knives, so they're not the ones. I'm not. Those daggers, I don't know if would get my bonuses.
I think they do, but it still depends on getting a curse out and then having them die.
Yeah.
And meh.
But more assassin.
Yeah.
My assassin keeps getting. Actually, I'm probably gonna put my scout in front because he's got the most health.
He does have more health, but he's also doing the most damage. So
That's true.
You gotta kind of balance who you want taking hits.
And another jester again.
Yeah. So this is gonna be another elite fight.
Oh boy.
But that means that if you succeed, you get a
able to stay at 25 this time.
Yeah. All right. So this is
okay.
Oh yeah, like I said, you gotta keep your distance from them. So these purple guys, they explode into critters.
Great.
So you're familiar with critters. You make some of them.
That's true.
All right. So you've killed them already. The purple one is probably the easiest elite. All right. So you got if you rotate around to the left, you can just create a defensive field.
Okay.
Meat shield. The critters you make block enemy projectiles.
That's not necessarily a terrible
that could be just a good use because you're not really using them much anyway.
Yeah.
So just have them be like
meat shield critters.
Yeah.
Warriors gain defense or the instantly killing low health elites. I kind of think I want the meat shield here.
Is it, or you can reroll.
Plus, if I get the meat shield, I don't have to upgrade it.
That is true.
I'm gonna grab the meat shield.
All right. You can level up your spellblade.
Spellblade, which is great.
And then you can level up ultimatum. And then
all of this is leveled up, so now I can focus back on here. But Cannoneer is new.
Yeah, he's a ranger nuker. Shoots a projectile that does 24 AoE damage, and it's a big AoE. for what you're doing, it's not good, but Cannoneer, like as a unit, Cannoneer, in my opinion, might be one of the best units in this game.
That level 3 effect sounds fun. Just showers the hit area in 7 additional cannon shots.
Yes, Cannoneer is super cool.
There's another scout that I don't need. Merchants, magicians, engineers, squire.
Oh, you can level up your assassin.
Third assassin. Beautiful. This poor thief back here has got
because thief is a level 4 unit, so it's going to be harder to find stuff for him.
I would have done just upgrade the shop at some point, maybe.
Nah, you still got plenty of time.
Oops, I just realized I went under 25.
Yeah, you did. In fact, you can go under 20 if you get the beast master.
Is it better to do that, or is it better to lock?
I think it's better to take it because you'll go 1 under, but if you locked it, then you're going to have to spend the reroll anyway, so it all equates. I think just staying... But I would still stay there instead of going down to 15 because you still want to have money to do stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. Center spawn. Done. Center spawn. Done.
Oops. Yellow.
So now the yellow guys, they have the most hit points of regular units, and what they'll do is they'll take any friendly unit that's near them and huck them at you at high velocity.
Barbarian type.
So they are probably the most dangerous unit in the game. But you're so strong right now that they don't even live. So you are made in the shade when it comes to doing your damage here.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we just...
Carver.
That's a builder healer. Carves a statue that creates one healing orb every 6 seconds.
Okay, that's kind of neat. Jester Stormweaver.
Stormweaver is actually quite good for what you do, but you would have to give up...
I'd have to give up the Chronomancer, which I've already gotten to level 2.
But that said, Stormweaver for what you're doing is very strong.
Projectiles with chain lightning that deal 20% damage to 2 enemies.
And you shoot a lot of projectiles, and they would all chain lightning to everything else.
Chain lightning's trigger area of effect and number of hits is doubled.
I think with how fast rogues are anyway, that actually might be stronger.
You think that might be better than
the
just
Chronomancer
20% attack speed?
Yeah, in this particular case setting, I think 90% of the time the Chronomancer is better, but I think in this particular instance, I think the Stormweaver is stronger.
Plus, it sounds fun.
There's also that.
I'm gonna try it.
Getting close to level 3 Beastmaster.
Oh, Gambler, I think, is new.
Deals 2 times damage to a single random enemy, where X is how much gold you have. Okay. Gambler has the potential to be the strongest unit in the game.
Yeah.
You just save a ton of money, and then you just go...
He just goes pow. Things.
And then if you can go a high sorcerer account, double casting is just, it's insane.
Yeah.
But it requires a very specific build.
Oh, that multicast is weird.
Yes.
So the chance goes down, but the attack numbers go up.
And I believe all of that is random but correlated, because you can't level up his level 3. His level 3 is his level 3.
Yeah, right.
So it picks one at any point.
So there's a 20... Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Although that's 120% chance total.
Well, like I said, I think it just picks one and goes with it.
Oh, I'm at level 20 out of 25. I'm doing okay.
Okay. So you can see your chain lightning in there.
Yep. Oh, the yellow survived. Get out of there.
Yeah. If any unit's going to survive an onslaught, it'll be a yellow unit because they have the highest health.
Yep.
But even then, not for very long. Yeah. Like I said, your guys are just cleaning up. Nice and easy.
Oops, right here.
And look at that.
Okay, okay.
Alright, so yeah, just keep, just
blade.
Yeah, it's a warrior nuker. Probably the best warrior in the game, because he throws his AOE damage, whereas most warriors do their AOE damage point blank.
Point blank, yeah. Okay. Arcanist Silencer, Vagrant.
Yeah.
Juggernaut, I think, is new.
Yeah, he does a point blank AOE thing, but he pushes enemies away when he does it.
Okay. Enemies pushed by the Juggernaut take massive damage if they hit a wall. That's kind of fun.
And guess what? They're gonna hit a wall.
Yeah. Oh, it's a priest. Is that a better cleric?
Yeah, just 3 healing orbs every 12 seconds. Yeah, it is essentially just Priest 2.0.
And at level 3, picks 3 units at random and grants one buff that prevents death once. That's pretty good. There's a Warden.
Creates a force field around a random unit that prevents enemies from entering. I think that is a pretty meh thing.
How all of these cryomancers that I keep finding ever since I got rid of them.
No, that's a cryomancer, not a chronomancer. The cryomancer is garbage. The chronomancer is great.
That's right. And Gambler Vagrant.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. Well, this one's labeled as hard.
So you'll probably get an item at the end of it. Oh, look at this 4 corners spawning thing. They're like, we gotta get this guy. He's killing us too fast. We gotta corner him.
I got a strat.
This is the strat, just bouncing up and down.
Yes. I think I am slowly drifting right. No, I'm on that line exact. Beautiful.
And you're right in between spawns, which is nice. So, I think you got a solid strategy here.
Let's see how this one goes.
I've employed the strategy of beating the entire game without touching the directional controls.
I don't know, I guess I am very slowly drifting right. It's very slow.
Yeah, but you're fine.
That was the first damage I took, was that hit right there.
The enemies just get annihilated before they can exist.
I like just the swirling swarms of daggers.
Yeah.
Alright, well, blunt arrow we know doesn't work.
Yeah.
Baneling burst. Critters die immediately on contact, but also nuke when they do.
But you're having them shield your meat.
Yeah. Enemies take damage per second when cursed. Whatever. Damage to all allies whenever Enchanter is hit. Well, none of that is all that helpful.
Yeah, I'd reroll.
Echo Barrage.
So that's if you do AoE stuff.
Yeah. Crucio.
Go one more right there.
Chance for projectiles to create chain lightning. That seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
More chain lightning. So there's a Chronomancer. In fact, you can put up to level 3. What do you care? Boom. Yeah, and then just continue on your merry way.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you're just looking for upgrades to your units.
Yeah. It was faster to hit that wall to turn around than just actually try to turn around.
You will get used to using the wall for movement at higher levels. It is important. Particularly because enemies don't want a path too close to the wall. So if you can get yourself very close to the wall, a lot of times you can avoid a lot of enemy contact that you would normally get slammed with. Yeah, say.
Yeah, that's. I've just got the death train.
All aboard the death train, choo choo.
Nah, you stay away from the death train. You stay over there. Death train's gonna come to you.
Oh man, so next time we play this, I'm gonna have to put you on a harder difficulty. And have you play with the big boys. Well, at least the medium boys.
That was a fast yellow boy.
Yeah. Yeah. In my opinion, for folks starting out in this game, the two best classes to go into for starting out is either rogues or warriors.
Okay.
For the opposite ends of the spectrum. Rogues do a stupid amount of damage, where warriors can get so stupidly tanky that they just don't die.
Oh. Pyromancer, I think, is new.
Yeah, that's a Mage Nuker Voider. It's essentially a bigger version of the Cryomancer, or the Chronomancer. No, the Cryomancer.
Cryomancer.
The bad one.
Okay.
This one is also bad, but slightly less bad.
And it's 3 classes, so it can kind of fit into.
Yeah, it's 3 classes, and its area of effect is bigger than the Cryomancer, but it's still not good.
Plague Doctor.
Now, the Plague Doctor is actually pretty good. It creates an area that deals 13 damage per second, but it puts it on the ground as opposed to sticking it to itself, which actually makes it useful. Got an Outlaw. Yeah, now we're just rolling down to find upgrades at this point. Hey, more Outlaws. All right, another Assassin. All right, keep going. Oh, there's your second thief. Maybe we can get one more thief.
Well, that's going to drop me below 25.
If you really want to stay fiscally responsible,
because the second thief isn't going to do me any immediate good.
A second thief will do you nothing.
So I'll lock that.
Yeah.
And I've only got 2 levels left.
Yeah. And this is the last wave-centric fight. The next 2 are going to be boss fights.
Both bosses?
Yes.
Ooh, that's scary.
But honestly, I don't think you have too much to be worried about. As long as you play carefully, and you don't try to headbutt the boss, you'll be fine.
Oh, but headbutts, man.
The headbutts will get you killed. Rogues are not tanks.
As it turns out, rogues are not tanks. They could be. Can you be a tank rogue? A dodge tank?
There is evasion tanks, but evading is not headbutting them. That's the definition of evading.
That's true.
You can be an evasion tank by not getting hit.
That's true.
Man, they just They come into being just to die immediately.
Just swarm of swirling daggers. There's this dagger tornado. And there's lightning in the middle of that dagger tornado.
Yeah. Look, that's not where you want to be. Just zip zap.
Whoops.
Yep. You got some orange guys that don't live long enough to do their thing. And last wave. And you're done.
Beautiful.
Okay. Oh, there's that thief.
There's
Remember
that
to
thief.
unlock.
Unlock and reroll.
Yeah.
Vulcanist again, which I
Yep.
don't have the stuff for.
Yeah, we've seen all these before.
Scout, Magician, Highlander, Archer, Bomber, Archer, Fairy, Archer, Squire, another Scout that I don't need. Cryomancer that I don't want. Oh, there's a second Elementer. Do I, at this point, do I care? No, I didn't get the Elementer. I got the Stormweaver.
Correct.
Never mind.
So yeah, you don't want the Elementer. Elementer is a great unit, just not for what you're doing right now.
Sage, Field Gunner, Corruptor, Wizard Gambler, Cleric. Stop! Level 2 Stormweaver immediately.
Yeah, I'd grab that just for the HP.
Since they're there.
There's,
Oh! And
yeah, I'd take that because that is an upgrade.
that will drop me below, but that is the level 2.
And then go into the fight. And then the next round...
I can spend everything.
Yeah, the next round you spend down to 0. Oh, okay.
I'm going to drop to 20.
Okay.
Just to see. Because if I could find that...
See, but now you want to get that now because that upgrades to a level 3 and it's a power boost right now.
I think it's worth it. Yes, I lose out on that, but I think I'll be fine.
Alright. Keep it going.
And then I'll go with that. That's what I was really hoping for, was that Beastmaster.
So, just stay away from him as best you can, because he's a yellow guy, and the yellow guys...
that was bad.
Yeah, you ran right into death. It's fine, because you're so strong you kill everything immediately, but you gotta be careful.
I wasn't sure where to go. So we got Noxious Strike.
Vulnerability is
probably what I want.
Just good.
Ranger arrows or enemies taking dot damage. So vulnerability.
Yeah, then you just full upgrade that, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got a nice amount of gold.
Huh.
Alright, so now enemies will take 30% more damage because they weren't dying fast enough.
Exactly. And this is the last one. So I just
so now
down to nothing.
Yeah. So now we're gonna roll down.
There's another. That's a level 2 assassin.
You can attempt to get a level 3.
I mean, even a level 2 is worth it.
Well, you already had a level 2. That's level 2, number 2.
Oh, whoops. You're right.
No, but that's fine, because there's a chance. So let's keep rolling.
Vulcanist.
Because I'm going to show you a trick afterwards.
Oh, there's no.
You're never going to get the Spellblade to level 3. It's too late now.
That's true. Literally, I'm looking for the level 3 Outlaw and maybe the level 3 Assassin.
You're looking for Outlaw and Assassin.
Yeah, because I would have to get 6 more for any of these.
Yeah, for way too much, and we don't have enough time.
Okay, so and I can already see where you're going to go with this.
Yeah. But we're going to roll all the way down.
Is that one? Yeah.
So we're going to pick that one. So that tells us the direction that we're going to go in a second.
Yep.
Or we just pick it up. And
just pick it up.
I was going to say we could sell the extra assassin. Keep rolling.
But we don't need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. So what did
that's the build.
The level 3 Outlaw do again?
Level 3 Outlaw. 50% outlaw attack speed and his knives seek enemies because they weren't already doing enough seeking stuff.
So there you go. And then you also level 3'd something else recently, didn't you?
I level 3 the Beastmaster just before and I didn't even look.
It spawns 4 small critters if the Beastmaster gets hit.
If the Beastmaster gets hit.
So I put him, I was going to say either the front or the back.
Actually, I think I want the front. Because the front is more likely what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do a lot of headbutting.
It's like, not intentionally.
You don't want to headbutt this boss because he will murder you.
No.
Alright, I think this is it.
I just want to make sure there's no one else that I'm okay with being in the back. I think he is the most expendable.
Sure.
If he dies, so.
I can dig it. Alright, go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Final round.
I'm still not gonna try to ram into things, but if I do, he's already dead.
Yeah, and he's dead.
Oh,
just annihilated.
Okay.
So there you go. That was base difficulty, because I wanted you to start off,
Sure.
with the base set. But there you go. There's your game of Snkrx.
Snkrx.
And then the higher difficulty, obviously things get more difficult, but you get more options. You can do more combinations.
Sure.
So this is a fun game. I play this a lot in my off time. This is the first time that James has played it.
You can loop or New Game Plus.
Yes, you immediately go into a new run at a higher difficulty, or you can loop. It says higher difficulty and +1 snake size. That sometimes works. It's early accessy kind of game.
Okay.
But it's a ton of fun. If you guys want to see more of this, I will happily put more of it on the channel. I already stream it occasionally. So yeah. If it's something you're into, let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, the bell and whatnot.
And on that note, see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.